welcome to the Abundance Power Jam. So excited you guys are here.
I continue to be my own rescue.
Yes,
right?
yes.
That's it. That's the business.
So look, for those of you guys that are brand new to this conversation,
welcome.
This has been a conversation that's been going on for now
2 years.
2 years. Since 2015.
We were really adamant because everyone was talking about how do I get to the next level? What do I need to do?
Right.
This has happened to me, and it's happened to all of us.
Right.
And I was on the Steve Harvey show, and I just made a statement that went viral.
Right.
And I said a number of things, but at the end I said, I am my own rescue. No one can rescue me but me. And everyone went bananas like...
That video has over, what, 23
million views.
Like, just crazy.
So it became clear. Like, we want to really have a conversation and be in action about being my own rescue. Right. So it launched and went bananas. Thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of impressions.
Right.
Millions of people. Like, it was like 2.8 million impressions.
Right.
It was crazy. It was banana.
And just watching how many people like just ran with it, like how the awareness, the shifts that occurred in people's lives.
Yes.
That, and so many of you guys that are joining us right now, we're also part of that conversation. So heart it up, like the page in here.
Come on,
put
y'all.
your name in the chat.
Who's with us? Yes. Who's with us? Imani and Laz and Diane.
Erica, Fred. Like just post your names in there because so many of you guys were on that journey with us as we began the launch of the book. Abundance Now.
The book that, by the way, hit the bestsellers list the day before it was released. How does that happen? And then on the day, and the reason why is because we were all in this abundance conversation.
Right.
And in order to get somewhere, you not only need to talk about it, but you need to be about it.
Right.
And what I've always said was that in this book, it gives you the how-to, the steps. It's a combination of a book to read, but it's more a book to do. So there's action steps. And so people were going crazy. So the day the book came out, January 5th, 2016, on the day it was released, Amazon
sold out.
Ran out of books. When does Amazon run out of books?
Right.
Like, I didn't know they could.
What was funny was actually looking at all of the posts and the people posting on there saying, I'm trying to find the book.
People were hot.
Right.
They were hot. Like, what do you mean ran out of books? It hit bestseller list after bestseller list after bestseller list. It's now been translated in many different languages. And what I love is now it's been out for over a year. Now people talking about what it's done for their lives.
Right.
Like following the financial area,
right.
the financial chapter. And I give some detailed steps on how do you move from one state of finance to another state of finance. First mentally.
Right.
Mentally. And then I talk about all these other things.
And looking at your money blueprint. Like that was key.
Ooh,
like,
that was spicy.
How
ambassadors in the house. Y'all know about that, right? Right. So the money blueprint, the mindset, because you're like the fact that we're reacting to money in a way that we're not even aware of.
Right.
On many cases, I just really in this book I gave, because people kept asking me, what did you do? What did you do to go from welfare to Wall Street? First of all, that was not a quick journey. It did not happen overnight. If so, it was the longest night of my life. But I felt like I was cheating people if I just gave you 1 line, 2 line, or even 4 lines. I felt like I was cheating people. And so the book was to answer the question. You may not be at welfare and you may not want to go to Wall Street, but if you're in movement, then Abundance Now is what I created to help the conversation. But what happened was all of a sudden this conversation of I am my own rescue was born out of creating abundance, not later, but now. Like we're all waiting for that moment. Don't wait for that moment. Create the dang moment. You are the moment.
Right.
And so I'm excited about this. I'm excited that you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Heart us up, heart us up, heart us up. Look in the chat boxes. We'll be talking to you.
Now, look, in this conversation for the next 3 days that we're going to be having, there's some people in your community that you know want to be a part of this. So make sure and tag them, put their name in here so that way they can also be a part of this conversation. Share this page as well. Share the message. Get it out there. Hit the like, get it out, post it on there so that way your community can also be a part of this as well, because there's some great content that we have coming up for you.
So, one of the things I realize is that I've had some amazing people in my life. Thank you. I've had some amazing people in my life that just said, do this, then do this. then do this.
Right.
And most people don't know, but I'm not ashamed to share that I found out in my 20s why I struggled through school so much. I struggled the entire 12 years in school. I did decent, but my very best got me a C plus on some very good occasions. But I found out in my 20s that it's because I'm severely dyslexic. And I'm comfortable with that. I'm okay with that. It adds to my creativity. It adds to my thoroughness.
Right.
Because I always felt like I was left behind as a student. And the reason my teachers didn't mean to leave me behind, they just didn't know what else how to teach me. Right. They didn't know how to help me get it. Once I realized in my 20s that I was dyslexic and that I need to hear it forward, and I need to unpack it backwards, and I need to do some things with it. I need to massage the lesson. It began to help me as an instructor, as a teacher. And so I'm a real big person on repetition, because that saved my life. Susie Carter, as many of you know, she was my coach for years. I've had other coaches in my life, but she was really my primary coach. And she would constantly repeat the same thing to me. I never forget. She taught me the P&L, the profit and loss sheet, for 5 years before I got it. Mm-hmm. And the best gift I can give myself was to give myself 5 years to get it. Because now,
you got it.
I got the profit and loss sheet. And so we're coming back with a conversation around, I continue to be my own rescue. I am my own rescue. And I deserve abundance now. Not later. I don't want to wait until the kids grow up. I don't want to wait until that relationship gets better. I don't want to wait until the relationship comes. I want to wait until I lose the weight. If I waited until I lost the weight before I create abundance for myself, I wouldn't have been in the secret. I would have been the secret.
Right.
Right? Right. No, it's serious speaking. That's just telling the truth. And so I love this conversation. And for those of you who had it with me, you had it with us. You didn't have it with us while you're right there in your life. So every time we have the conversation, we're at a different place in our lives. Right. Like it's summertime right now, and we just got back from Spain. Amazing time. Yeah. And I've decided to create a life for myself of where I can operate from anywhere. My son Jelani, who many of you know about. If you don't, you'll learn about him. I talked about his struggling years. I talked about not having Pampers for him. I talked about us eating beanies and weenies. I talk about all that, and Jelani's a man now. Jelani's a beautiful human being now. Yeah. And so I need to redefine abundance now. Right. Like I know what that looked like, but now, and you are in a different place.
But even with what I love about the conversation as well is that even whether somebody is brand new to this conversation or has been in the work, like the conversation of and even today's conversation is about resetting. Alive. Like how do you reset? Like for me, I've done so much work. I look at my life like where I was 15 years ago.
Yes. Before
I really even met you, and I was in a really dark place.
I met you in a dark place.
Sleeping around with people, numbing my feelings, numbing where I was through alcohol, through drugs.
Come on, tell the truth, Matt.
Yep, look, I mean, it's my story.
Hard them up, because you know the truth is difficult to share sometimes, especially when you do it publicly like this. Right. But the truth is always sexy. It's always sexy. I appreciate that.
And I thank you and I thank our community for giving me the safe space enough to be able to just share, because there's power in sharing the story.
Yes.
And I think that the more
sharing it from a place of moving through it.
Right.
And not from a place of woe is me.
Right.
We gonna suffer together. Put the ash on your head and let's suffer together. But from a place of, look, this is my truth.
Right.
This is my ugly truth some days.
Right.
And let me use that as my fuel. Your truth is not the fortress. Your truth is the fuel.
Right. And I love how you say that we're standing on the story.
Not in the story.
Like that's super, super powerful. And I love how our community shares a lot of their story.
Absolutely.
And so for me, it was, numbing my feelings, through drinking, through drugs, through sleeping around, trying to find love when really I was trying to love myself.
Yes.
And I look at where I was back then.
Right.
And then even halfway through, even when I stepped onto motivating the teen spirit and the healing that I did through MTS, and then being able to empower youth to fall in love, to madly fall in love with who
That's
they are.
That's a division of our company. So Motivating the Masses has a very juicy, delicious division that actually launched the entire company. and that's called Motivating the Teen Spirit, where we teach teens how to be emotionally healthy. But oftentimes as an adult, we come to help the kids.
Right.
And we realize that our 16-year-old, our 14-year-old, our 12-year-old, our 19-year-old never had a chance to understand what emotional healthiness looks like. So we get to heal, and that's what you're talking about. And then we start working together more,
Right.
and things begin to happen. And so I believe that abundance is available to everyone.
Right.
I believe that abundance
Right.
is a mindset. I believe that people mistake wealth and riches for abundance, and that's wrong.
Right.
That wealth and riches are about possessions and finance. And I know a lot of very wealthy people who don't have abundance in their life. I'm not saying that from a place of judgment, but abundance is a 360 experience. Abundance is not just about your finances. While it includes finances, it includes your possessions. That's just one slice of a larger pie.
Right.
Abundance is really about the quality of your life. When I was in school, I used to wonder, how did they get our GPA? You know, how did you get my grade point average? And, you know, I'm like, well, I did good. Why do I only have a 2.0 grade point average? Why do I have a 1.9 grade point average? I did good in, you know, history, or I
Right.
did good in, you know, and they say, yes, but you also had a D in math, or you got a D in chemistry, or a fail in English.
Right.
And it's the average of your entire experience in school. And that really stuck with me.
Right.
Because if you used your GPA in school to create the average of all of the things you're doing to determine your GPA, and your GPA really is the voice for you.
Right.
It's
It's that marker. Like
It's
when
the
you went to-
barometer.
right.
Yeah.
You are here.
You are here. You are at a 2.0.
Right.
You are at or as my niece Amanda, she would be at like a 3.4, or some amazing number.
And what I love is tomorrow, when with Susie, you guys are actually breaking down what are those areas and
Yes.
doing the assessment.
Yes. So make
what
sure
that
you're here
looks like.
tomorrow as well.
So in looking at resetting,
That's
and
what
starting-
today is about. Today is about what does it mean to reset? What does it mean to reset in any area, in every area of your life that you need to go, I need a jump start.
Right.
I need a jump start.
And really looking at some of the limiting beliefs that are stopping you. Like some of the limiting beliefs that you may have had a year, 2 years, 10 years ago have changed from where you are right now.
And let's make a point. So I want you to write, I want you to get your pen out. By the way, this is not entertainment. I know this is on Facebook, but this is not entertainment. This is education. This is how we both transformed our lives, taking moments like this, nuggets like this, and you're going to hear something that you need. So
Right.
I want you to hashtag BOL. I want you to blow up. I want you to blow up our social media so that
Right.
people who are not here, they can get their breakthrough, they can get that statement through you, or they can say, hold on, I need to be there tomorrow.
Right.
So I want you to hashtag BOL. I want you to hashtag Yana. I want you to put it out in our Facebook community.
So Yana is you are not alone.
YANA.
YANA. You are not alone. BOL is breakthrough out loud. So if Lisa,
I
myself,
forget there's
Susie,
new,
right,
I forget there's newbies here.
Right, we got new people
Right,
with
we
us.
got so many veterans that follow us and do everything. Right. So BOL.
If somebody says something, Lisa says something, I say something, Susie says something that you can just resonate. You're like, wow, that's your aha moment. You're like, wow.
BOL.
Yep, hashtag BOL. Somebody shares something, and even
Well,
in the
let
chat.
me just stop. What Matt just shared, because you went out there. You went out there. Matt shared that he was looking for love in the arms of other people, or he was trying to numb his feelings through alcohol or drugs. If you've done the same, but you maybe numbed it through work,
Right.
or you numbed it through something else, it may not be that journey, or you were looking for love. I know I can raise my hand, Yana, to him. Then I want you to put Yana Matt right now, because we're going to see this in chat. There's someone in chat sitting, you're going to see Matt over in chat as well. And we want to make sure that you get the understanding. So BOL is, oh my God, I didn't even know that. Now I get it. That's a BOL, hashtag BOL. Yana is you are not alone. You're not by yourself. You're not going through this by yourself. So we want to make sure that you're in that. And then make sure anytime you post anything that you do the hashtag
Amor. I-A-M-O-R.
Listen, I'm on vacation. Let me just be clear. the entire month of June.
Right.
I'm officially on vacation. So
She here, not here.
I have the right to forget anything. I have the right to repeat any sentence. Y'all see my vacation here? What you think?
Come on.
I decided I was going to do something a little different for Barcelona.
She just rolled back like 10 years with this
Right,
hair.
right. Hey, I don't know about y'all. People say, I want to get wiser. I love getting older, getting more mature. Well, I love getting younger.
Right.
I'm going to sign up for that. And I'm completely attached to my 51 years of greatness.
Right.
I embrace it.
Watch the hashtag,
Right.
Yana, you are not alone.
Yeah.
You are not alone. It's going to be
Y'all
popping up
yelling
right
at me
now.
if y'all
Right.
say, look, I love getting more mature. I love getting wiser, but I ain't going to turn down getting
Right.
younger either.
Right.
Turn down
For what?
Okay, that's called a major distraction. I was saying something very profound earlier.
So any of the official hashtags of this, as well as the Abundance Now movement, is IAMOR. I am my own rescue.
Isn't that the bomb? IAMOR, and it means I amor. I love, as in I love me.
Come on.
We couldn't have designed that. We don't even get no points for that because we just did I am my own rescue and then this brilliant. So it was like, Lisa, that's I amor. So hashtag IAMOR for everything you love, everything you say for the next 3 days. Because when we look at what you're doing, we look at the homework, we look at, oh yeah, there will be homework because a major part of being your own rescue is being in action.
Right.
So we're going to talk about every single day. We're going to give you something in action to do every single day. And if you're not willing to do the action, why are you here?
Right.
This is not TV. This ain't just for your entertainment. This is for your breakthrough. Anytime you turn on a tube, you get on your computer, you get on your phone, or you come to something live with me, I'm about your breakthrough. He's about your breakthrough. We're about your breakthrough. So be ready to do your own curls, do your own crunches, do your own squats. So every time we come together, I want you to think, what action am I going to be in as a result of what I have learned? Look, I get a little excited about that. So I know my
that was a little
my
LA came out.
LA gonna come out. So there's Lisa Nichols and then there's Lisa Shantae Nichols.
Right.
And sometimes Lisa leaves, sometimes Shantae leaves. I don't know, I'm on vacation. I can't commit to nothing.
Right. So looking at your reset in there.
Right. When you press reset, that's like, can we please give them some content? All right. So get your pen and paper out. Get your pen and paper out. So when you look at reset, there's certain things that you need to do in order to truly press reset. I know we think about it, we talk about it, we journal about it, but to really press reset, I want you to write this down. So number one, you have to analyze what are your limiting beliefs that keep slingshotting you back to a place that you've been before. If you've ever said around your finances or around weight loss or weight gain or around your health and fitness, around a relationship, around your spiritual practices, around anything, if you've ever said, how did I end up here again? If that's the case, you slingshot back to an old mindset that you didn't even know. It's the unconscious. It's way back here. You don't even know you have it, or you do know you have it. You just don't know how to get around it. So the first thing to do, number one, is to understand my limiting beliefs. That's number one. So let's talk about that for a moment. So your limiting beliefs literally are those beliefs that hold you back because you don't believe you can move past that. Let me give you some examples. I'll give one, you give one. So I had a limiting belief for a very long time before I ever started speaking. So I wanted to speak for 5 years before I ever opened my mouth, way back in the 90s. And my limiting belief was, no one's going to want to hear from me because I didn't graduate from college. That was a limiting belief. And it literally silenced me. I don't know if you guys know, but I didn't graduate from college. So I got world studies. So I did as much training as someone at a university, but I did it in a different format. But before I had done a lot of training. I questioned myself, was I good enough? Did people want to listen to me? And then I realized my limiting belief was not only I didn't graduate from college, but that I'm a woman. What man would get value from my words? And then that I'm an African-American woman. Right. So then it became, what white people are people of another culture? How would they get value from my contribution? So all of this was a limiting belief that literally kept me paralyzed. So I want you to think about, and I want you to write down, the first thing is that your limiting beliefs are one of the number one ways why you are held back.
So, and for me, in a relationship, I hurt somebody else, and I knew that I was responsible for hurting the other person, which created a limiting belief that I was always going to hurt other people, which stopped me from even developing new relationships. So I would allow people to get into my space, but I wouldn't let them completely come in. I wouldn't open myself up to a relationship.
Okay, heart it up if you can relate to anything that we're saying.
And that limiting belief was, number one, I can't love anybody and they can't love me.
So a limiting belief is a mindset. So I want you to write this down. Limiting beliefs are not the truth. They're simply my truth. Important distinction. Limiting beliefs are not the truth. It's simply my truth. And when I say it's my truth, when you live like a belief is the truth, it becomes your truth.
Right.
So if you tell yourself, I could never run 100 yards,
right.
You can run up to 99. You can run up to 99 and you're going to stop.
So a lot of times, if you even think about like how you show up, even in you may have a like I can't do it, and you have the conversation of I can't, I won't. A lot of times you don't. You talk yourself out of it. You don't even try a lot of times because of that limiting belief that's been stopping you.
Right. And the second way that you can begin to press reset. So number one is identifying your limiting beliefs, really getting clear on them. And that's not fun.
Right.
Like it's not fun to go, oh, here's what I've been thinking. Oh, here's what holds me back. Ooh, especially if you're a game changer.
Right. Well, because then you also get to see how it's shown up in your
life.
Right. That's the part that's kind of sobering.
Right. So for me, one of my limiting beliefs really is if I don't help everyone that's around me, then I haven't even like really fleshed it out, but it's something that keeps me constantly helping other people, even to the detriment of me. Even when I want to rest, even when they don't ask for help, even when they say they don't need it, I feel like I have to help. It's the way that they love me. It's the way that, so that's something that I'm constantly going, okay, hi, I see you. I see you here. It doesn't mean I'm any less of a woman. I'm even less valuable, less brilliant or whatever. It just means, okay, I need to manage you.
Right.
And so a limiting belief, once you acknowledge it, it's not that it's going to go away. It's just that it loses some of its power.
So when we think about the resetting and thinking about what I love is the conversation of what abundant thinkers think.
Right.
Like going from where we've been into being an abundant thinker.
Because there's certain ways that abundant thinkers think.
Right.
And when abundant thinkers are pressing reset, so number two, abundant thinkers always press reset inside of a holistic conversation. Meaning you treat your life as a whole, you don't treat it in fragments. You treat your life as a whole. So and I want you to type your name in the chat box if this is you, that there are areas in your life that are super amazing.
Right.
Like work or your fitness but then there are other areas in your life that are in complete breakdown and chaos, like finances or spiritual growth, whatever that is. So those may not be the examples for you, but abundant thinkers, number two, they think of abundance as a holistic conversation. So when you're making a decision over here, you look at the ripple effect.
Right. And also abundant thinkers really, number three, abundant thinkers make decisions based on facts versus emotions.
Oh, say it again.
Abundant thinkers make decisions based on facts, not emotions. So
you make knowledge-based decisions, not emotion-based decisions, not longing-based decisions, not lacking-based decisions. That's powerful. That right there?
Right.
That's juicy.
And think about how many times like we just act out, or we like all of a sudden we have so much stuff, and then we regret what we say. We regret how we showed up. We hurt.
Type your name in chat. Type your name in chat if you know, like you know. I have made some emotion-based decisions that had I thought about it and made it a more logic-based decision, I would not have had the outcome. If you think about it, every decision that you regret, and I know every is a big word, but I have not found a decision yet that I've regretted that wasn't rooted in emotion or longing. I really, really want that, shirt that's out of my budget. Or I really, really want to do that. Or I really, really like him. Oh my God, he's so fine. And then, a year later, you're like, what was I thinking? I saw all the signs.
Right.
The signs are logic. The emotion.
What I love is, people say, well, I saw the red flag. And I have one of my favorite sayings, and I don't know where I came up with it, but I say, wherever there's a flag, there's always a parade right behind it. So when you start seeing that flag coming down the road, watch out, get moving. Time to get another tree.
Right. So I love that. So number 3 is that you want to make, as in press and reset, you want to make decisions based on logic, based on knowledge versus emotion and longing. I love that. That's a good one. When you talk about pressing reset financially, I want to give you one for financially, and we're going to go in far more depth. We're going to invite you to join us on July 22nd, where we unpack this and we dive into this for a full day. But we're going to throw some nuggets at you. These are shorter, so we're going to be together each time, today, tomorrow, the next day. We're going to be together for like 45 minutes. But then we're going to unpack, and we're going to have 8 full hours, 9 full hours. For some of y'all, we're going to have 2 days, because you're going to jump in bold and say, let's do 2 days. But we're going to deep dive. So we're just going to fly over the top of these real fast. So really fast. Financially.
Right.
Abundant thinkers, when you're pressing a reset financially, you want to do 2 things. Write this down. You want to manage your bottom line, which are your expenses. So you want to manage them. You want to find ways. I cannot say enough. And those of you who did Fit, Fine, and Fab with us, we were really talking about being financially fit. We were able to collectively save
over $200,000.
$200,000 as a tribe.
Right.
We were collectively able to drive down over $90,000 in debt.
Right.
So that literally is how you press reset, but on a smaller scale for us individually. You want to drive down your bottom line. You save $10 a week on Starbucks coffee. Right. That's $10 saved. My grandma says money saved is money earned. So you want to drive down your bottom line. You want to find out, how can you skinny things up? How can you skinny things up? The way you get your nails done, hair done, spa, massage, your car note, your gas, your groceries. Can you buy bulk groceries instead of going to a regular grocery store? Can you buy bulk? Can you break it down? Can you put it in the freezer? It's so funny because now I'm in a different financial place than I was 20 years ago, but my habits are still my habits. So I will get a family pack of chicken all day long, and I will cook it all, and then I will break it down. I do this. Right. I'll break it down in containers. I'll label the containers, and I'll freeze them. And I know that it's good for 3 months. I just pull it out. That's just who I am. I did it out of necessity 20 years ago, 15 years ago. Now I do it out of wisdom. Right. So drive down your bottom line, and then you want to drive up your top line. So driving up your top line is, how can you bring more money in? How can you create multiple income technology? How can you create an MIT? How can you, and it's not so much getting another job. It may be a side hustle, something that you're good at, something that you love. My cousin Vicky, she is so talented in decorations. You see my house. You see my house in the holidays. She's a talented decorator. I mean, she did my Christmas tree last year. She'll do it this year. You guys see, it's a diva tree, a bona fide diva tree. It is a diva tree. And she just does it. It's just what she does. It's just, so I'm always encouraging.
Turning the hobbies that we have into step, and with all of the different modalities that are out there, there's Facebook, there's Etsy,
you got modalities now that you didn't have before.
Right, you can turn any hobby really into
a revenue stream.
Yep.
A revenue stream. So what's that thing that you're good at, that thing that you're skillful at, or the thing you just want to make some money at?
Right.
It may not even be the thing that's your passion. You're just good. Like, I know people who, they're not passionate about organizing, they're just really organized. I will hire them all day long, because not only am I not passionate about organization, I'm not good at organization. So you can do that thing that you're good at as another revenue stream. Right. So, and I want to give you one more, because there's so many things that abundant thinkers can do. And I know we talked about some other, we're going to do,
and we'll talk about this on
tomorrow.
July 20th.
Right. We'll talk about some more. And then on the 22nd, we'll give you all of them. All of them. And so one of the things, last thing, in pressing reset, when you're pressing reset, so write this down, when you're pressing reset, you want to track your micro wins. I know some of you already know about this, Imani. This is a reminder. So remember, repetition is not the mother and father of learning. Repetition is the mother,
the father,
the sister,
the grandma,
the aunt,
the uncle,
and the second cousin.
And the neighbor next door.
Right. So you can never hear it enough. So when you're pressing reset, you want to begin to focus on your micro wins, not just your macro wins. So our micro wins was, I was able to drive down my debt during our Fit, Fine, and Fab campaign, I drove down my debt, I don't know, somewhere around, I think, $14,000 to $17,000. But collectively, we drove it down, what'd you say?
Over 200,000.
Over 200,000. So if I started with, we want to drive down our debt $200,000, that would have been instant overwhelm.
Right.
But we looked at where can I do my part, and then we got to 200,000. So micro wins, get to your macro wins through creating a bunch of small micro wins.
Right.
Get to your micro wins by staying in action.
So another way of saying that is, instead of going for the big goal, break the big goal down into the small goals. So,
I always say it. Can your big goal be 3 small goals? 3 small goals. Can you do 3 small goals to make that big goal?
Right.
And then run after the 3 small goals versus that one big goal. Because it looks like you're trying to eat an elephant when you really just want to take a bite out that ear. That's right. Right?
I'm a who eats elephants.
Right. Big goals, macro goals, or elephants. So, like we said, we want to join you, invite you to join us.
Right.
I know that when you learn, I love 360 learning. I love surround sound learning. You cannot invite me enough to be live in rooms. Y'all know many people here in our tribe, when's the next time we gonna get together? Like, that's the number one question. When we did Speaking Right earlier this year, by the way, all my Speaking Right gladiators, unicorns, I know y'all like, when are we gonna get together again? You already know about this. You already registered for this. Well, the next time we're getting together is on July 22nd. We're not gonna do it on the West Coast because I know y'all told us y'all need to come. You need to come to the east,
to the Midwest,
east
side, right.
So we're gonna do it in Chi-Town,
Chicago.
In
We coming
the
for
house.
you, baby. We coming for you.
Right, Chicago. We're gonna be with our friends at CUT, Christ Universal Temple. We're gonna have an amazing time. We did an Abundance Now live event there last year. We had over 400 people. It was off the chain.
Right.
We're gonna do it again this year. They got the perfect environment there in Chicago. And listen, what I love is that the value of the day is like, the value there is like $597 for the full day. I know Speaking Right is like $1,000, $1,500 value.
Right.
This is like a $500 value. You get to join us. Forget this. $197. Like, can you beat that? You can't beat that with a baseball bat. That's less than 2 massages.
Right.
That's less than 2 really good pairs of shoes.
Of really life-changing.
Yes.
Action, learning,
Life-changing.
growing, just taking,
life-changing.
Right.
This one is going to be highly interactive. Highly interactive. Like, eat your Wheaties. Like, take your B12.
Right.
Do your vitamin D and vitamin C and hydrate.
Plenty of rest.
I know, don't think of it as, it's just a one day. You haven't seen a one day like this day.
And for those of you guys that were with us at the other ones, the ones that we had over 2,000 people
total
that joined us live
Now.
between Costa Mesa and Atlanta.
Between the West Coast and the East Coast,
right?
We had over 2,000 people join us live. The fire marshals joined us at one event to tell us that we had too many people in the room. But before it was over, the fire marshals had a clapper clapping. Abundance now. Abundance now. Abundance now, right? And so for this one, we're going to, we're aiming for somewhere between, 300 and 500 people. We're going to keep it intimate, powerful, highly high touch, helping you push past your limiting beliefs, to helping you to continue going where you normally would stop, putting the right people in the room with the right conversation, the right mindset to give you like-minded people that literally are going to be in your area.
Right.
So you're not the only unicorn in your area. There are other people who are thinking big, dreaming big, ready to, step into the next best version of themselves along with you.
Right.
So registration is simple. It's easy. All you have to do is click the link below. Right?
Yep. Click it right there. We got it right there.
I'm on vacation. I'm just going to say, every time I don't go brain dead, I'm on vacation. So click the link below so that you can join us. We are going to cap it. Even though the facility holds a lot more, we are going to cap it because I want this is going to be so interactive. We're doing transformational based activities, exercises, so that you can feel it, you can own it, you can say it. And what that means is we're going to do some talking, but you're going to be blown away with how much talking you're going to do. Like that, I love trainings like that.
Right.
I love trainings when you require me to move from passive learning to active learning. So if you've already been to an Abundance Now event, it's not going to be the same. If you've been to Speaking Right, it's not. We don't even have PowerPoint.
Right.
We won't even have PowerPoints at this one. There are no PowerPoints. Why? Because you don't do your life through a PowerPoint. You do your life through life. And so we're going to have you do your life with people in the room. If you have someone in your life that you really know that they are ready for their next level, like they've been grinding. I don't care if they're 21. I don't care if they're 18. I don't care if they're 80. You bring them. This is life. It's $197 for a full day. I'm gonna say it's 8 hours, but I'm gonna just invite you. Be prepared for 10 hours. It may not be 10 hours, but there might be some after conversations, some after breakthroughs, some after BOL out louds. You don't want to miss. So schedule your flight for the next day, and if you think you want VIP, because I would advise you to be one of the 50 people for VIP.
Now, I don't want her to blow by that because there's such a small amount. Now, for if you guys have come to speak,
it's not 200 spaces like it's normal.
Right. We only have 50 spots, and really, we have to stop it at 50.
But we actually don't have 50 spots.
Because we've already sold.
We actually have like 39 spots by the time this airs.
Right.
By the time you're with us here.
Yep. So, if VIP is for you. Now, VIP has an opportunity to
do something that I don't do often.
Right. To actually come into Lisa's suite the night before, the Friday night before. Come inside and hang with Lisa.
And other VIPs.
Right.
Other Motivating the Masses. So all the coaches that have ever coached in our company, all the coaches that are now coaching, my coach, Susie's going to be there. Matt's going to be there. Marcus is going to be there. And other VIP people who are really like game changers. We're going to be in my suite. We're going to hang out. We're going to have some hors d'oeuvres. We're going to chill, have some great music. I'm going to play you my playlist from my iPad. My playlist, right? I'm going to play you my playlist. Right. What I listen to when I'm being creative, what I listen to. We're going to have some great conversations. I'm going to be able to hear from you. Unlike the larger group, I'm going to be able to hear literally individually what people are needing. What are you looking for in the areas, and what growth do you need? So that's going to be really great and intimate. And there's more.
Then on Saturday morning, we're coming back together as a VIP tribe and doing some VIP laser coaching.
Your job is to pick 3 burning questions about your personal life or your business. 3 burning questions. I can't commit that I'm going to get to everybody's question, but if you come ready, you don't have to get ready because you stayed ready, right? And so come with your questions. We're just going to fire off coaching. And I got to tell you something. We've done VIP coaching sessions before, and people have said with tears streaming down their face, everything else that y'all going to do for me or you've done for me is great, but I came here for this laser coaching right here.
Right.
And if you don't get to ask your question, I want you to totally embrace the fact that someone else's question is the answer that you were looking for as well. So come bring your question. So we're going to have that night before, and we're going to have that morning. And then in the very large space that we're going to be in, you, of course, will get VIP seating and sit up front. So normally something like that, is an additional $397 by itself. But for this Abundance Now live event in Chicago, your VIP ticket is $397 included. That's your general admission and your VIP. So it's literally just an additional $200 or something.
Yep.
And so for VIP, it's $397. You get the night before. One of the things that I did was I invested in myself to put myself in the preferred environments.
Right.
When I didn't have the money,
right.
I created the money. I went out, I earned it, I recouped it because I wanted to put myself in the room. You know, you always say, I'm never at the table. I'm never in the room. Okay, you're invited to be in the room.
So one of the things that you did, you were doing it even before you even wrote the book or even knew what you were doing.
I've been doing this for a long time.
You were an abundant thinker, because an abundant thinker always goes through and surrounds himself with people that's going to keep them in movement. They keep them
on their tippy toes.
Right.
I would hang around people who scared the bejeebies out of me. They're talking language I don't understand.
They're talking to themselves in powerful ways. They're around powerful people.
They're having they were talking about vacations at places I didn't even know existed on the map.
Right.
They were going to 7-star hotels, and I'm praying over my credit card that I can cover this one night at the Hilton. Like, I wasn't there at all, but I put myself in that room so that I can hear what it sounds like.
Right.
I can touch. I would go to their suites. I'd get VIP, like we're inviting you. I would touch their couches. I will touch their tables. Why? Because you know my theory. My theory is I'm not trying to be religious on you. I believe in God. You call him whatever you choose. But if God puts zero distance between me and it, then it's for me. If God puts zero distance between it and me, so I would politely touch people who were living abundant lives. I touch the couches. So I know if you come and you're a VIP and I see you rubbing on the couch and rubbing on the table, I ain't mad at you. Just don't come rubbing all on me and freaking me out without me knowing what's happening.
Or doing that.
Right. Smelling. Who did that? That happened once where I was coaching and somebody was smelling me and I'm like, what are you doing? They said, you talked about smelling Oprah's couch. So I'm smelling. I'm like, you need to tell me incoming. Incoming. I'm going to sniff you now. Right? But I'm not mad at you. Like I'm telling you the clues that I did because success leaves clues. Right. And your job is to pick them up. So that's enough for today. We're gonna be with you 3 days. Every day we're gonna talk about a new form of I am my own rescue. I continue to be my own rescue, creating abundance now. So today was really about reset. Own it. I want to give you homework. So in your homework, I want you to do 2 things. Number 1, I want you to write down 3 limiting beliefs that are outdated, that now need to be evicted. 3 limiting beliefs that you know have been holding you back. You know they've interrupted your relationship, interrupted your finances, interrupted your health and wellness, interrupt your progress. They've interrupted you. Now, I'm not saying they're going to dissipate and go away just because we identify them, but we are now exposing them. Put them on notice. Right. Say, I'm putting these limiting beliefs on notice. Right. That's how you write it. Write it like that. I'm putting these limiting beliefs, or you can get a little more bold and say, you are on notice, and then list the 3 limiting beliefs. And then hashtag BOL, hashtag IAMOR, hashtag Yana if you need to. See who else is in the tribe. I want you to look at each other's comments. The second part of your homework, I want you to comment on at least 3 people's posts. So I want you to post, then I want you to comment on at least 3 people's posts. I want you to Yana them, BOL them. I want you to thumbs up them. I want you to let's let each other know that we're on. This right here is necessary. Come on. This is like, I need this like I need my water. I need this like I need my oxygen. Come right? On. Hashtag BOL, hashtag Yana, hashtag I'm on. So there you go. Now tomorrow I'm really excited because Susie Carter is going to be with us. My coach is going to be. So Susie Carter helped me grow my business. Helped me grow my life, helped me grow my business over 258% in 1 year. Right. She helped me grow my business over 5,000% in 3 years, or over 3,000% in 5 years. It's been 15 years ago, and I am dyslexic. So I don't know, but it was thousands of percent over several years. Right. She was one of the catalysts, one of the primary catalysts for me really stepping into the life that I said I wanted. And she didn't do the work for me. So she ain't gonna do nothing for y'all. She not gonna wave a magic wand and she simply was my coach to give me the insight I needed, to do the curls I needed, to develop the muscle that I wanted. And tomorrow she's gonna be here doing the same thing with me for you. Right, and taking a look at your entire life as true abundance, being a 360 experience and looking at all the different areas. So super excited to be having her. This is Coach Susie to me, Auntie Susie to Jelani. Yes. You know, and friend to the girlfriend Lisa. So I'm super excited to share her with you. I get real emotional when I get to share her with people because I love her so much. So come back here tomorrow, same bat channel. Same bat time. Make sure and post your homework. Use the hashtags IAMOR, IAMOR, or hashtag abundance now. You can also use the hashtag BOL, hashtag Yana. Make sure to post your homework. Give notice. We're going to sort on the hashtags. So when I go in, I put in the hashtag BOL, I put in the hashtag I am more. I know I am more is the one that's going to get the most because that's this campaign. I am my own rescue. Abundance now. So hashtag abundance now as well. We sort on that and search that, and then that's what I look at. Right. So if you just posted in Facebook, I may or may not see it. Matt may or may not see it. But if you hashtag it, we get to see it. And we track how many people are joining us. So tomorrow we need 3x these number of people. Why? Because we need you to invite your community, because we don't want to grow alone.
Right.
You don't want to be the only person in your house or your family growing, right? It gets real lonely. So go out and invite at least 2 people to join us. They don't have to, but at least you did your part and you extended the invitation. Right.
And for those of you guys that are ready, click on the link right now so that way you guys can register and secure your spot to join us in Chicago, July 22nd.
Limited space. Yes, we will be saying no to some people, but hopefully it will not be you. So tomorrow, same bat channel, same bat time. We'll be in a different fabulous outfit. I'm gonna lovingly kick this one out, and I'm gonna pull Susie in.
Yes.
And you just have to make sure you're there for the diamonts. I love you.
We'll see you guys.
See ya. Peace out. What? Where's our music? We need music tomorrow.
Boom.
He always got it.